Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name is Sarabi, and today we're basically going to do an organizational training where we're going to go ahead and set our weekly schedules so that way we already have a plan set in place for the day, okay? Or for the week, rather. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Now, normally you would do this with like a planner. There's like weekly planners that you can get or like a regular monthly planner. But for the sake of, being able to show you guys on the video, I'm using Canva. I just picked a very simple template that already has like times and everything on there. And that's what I'm going to use today. So let me go ahead and clear some of this stuff out because I really want to break it down for you guys step by step on how we do this. So give me 1 second and clear all this stuff out. Sorry about that. Now, ideally, when you do this, you want to get started by all right, I'm back, everyone. So as you can see here, I cleared out the rest of my schedule. So that way we're working with like a blank slate. I already pre-filled in the dates. So that way we know what week it is. It is gonna be holiday week. So I'm getting started on my week early. It's currently Friday, the 23rd for me right now. But again, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and then it's going to be Christmas. So I know for a fact that I won't have a chance on Sunday to actually do my schedule for the week, which is why I'm doing it now. Go ahead and clear the rest of this out. Okay, perfect. So typically when I'm making my schedules, I do it from Monday through Friday because Saturdays are my off days and Sundays, I make my schedule all over again. So it makes sense for me to do Monday through Friday. If you want to make it Monday through Sunday, you can do that for yourself. Or if you have your other schedule where like I know some people have during the weekday, they have days off. That's an option for you as well. This is just what my personal schedule is. All right, y'all. So like I was saying, basically what I do here is, let me make this back. I don't know why that deleted. There we go. So we're working from a blank slate, and ideally you want to start with your goals, right? So you want to start at the macro level and then work your way down to the micro. So what do you want to accomplish for the week? What are 3 goals that you can sit here and say that are measurable that you can accomplish for the week? So for example, next week, I'm gonna, let me make that smaller. So for example, next week, I'm going to make silver. All right, so I'm going to, yeah, I'll just keep it that. All right, so that's gonna be one of my goals, silver. I had it, lost it, so by the end of the year, definitely gonna get it back, right? So that's one goal, that's measurable. If for those travel bookers out there, if you're saying, hey, I want to make bookings, well, that's cool, that's awesome. How many bookings do you want to make? Make sure it's something that's measurable that you can put a number on, so that way you can cross off and attain that each time when you're setting your task. Pretty much they're easily attainable, basically. So that's one of my goals. Another one is going to be make bookings as well. I'm going to close 3 bookings. So that is going to be my goal for next week. Close 3 bookings. Okay. All right, and then I have one more. Sorry, I just got a weird message. All right, and then my last goal for next week is to have a whole layout of my year of 2023. So I'm gonna create yearly plan, create 2023 plan. All right. So that is going to be my third goal. It's the last week of the year. So why not get to 2023 kick started, right? So those are going to be my three goals. If you want to make a fourth one, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to stick to 3 on this one. So that way, you know, I can center my tasks around that. And you guys, this doesn't always necessarily have to be work related. This can definitely be personal as well. So if you have personal goals that you want to set, like if you want to spend more time with family, if you want to, you know, do more things with your kids, right? That can be a goal of yours as well. These are just my personal ones, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add these on to Monday and Tuesday, or Monday through Friday. That way, each time I go on here, I'll see what my goals are, and then I can match my task to those goals, okay? All right. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna pause the recording real fast, get this done, and then we're gonna get started, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, so I went ahead and added my goals to all of the days. Now you want to set up your tasks so that way they're catering to your goals. So typically 5 tasks each day is a good amount to have, accomplishing 5 things. Now, again, if you don't get all 5 done, that's perfectly fine. You can move it to the next day. This is just so that way you have a plan set in place so that, you know, you're not scrambling and trying to figure out what you need to do and what needs to get done. So task number 1, what can I do to, you know, kind of make myself silver, right? What is a task I can do? Well, I can respond to applicants on my application. So I can respond. Now, I already have a job ad out that I have a lot of prospects to respond to. So I'm not going to actually post any new job ads per se on any job boards this week. But normally that's something that I would do is post on a job board. But again, I already have a good amount. So I'm going to just stick to responding to everybody that's already submitted their application and get through all of them there. So I'm going to respond to 50. So in turn, with me responding to 50 people, then, you know, at least a couple of them are going to actually schedule their meetings. So that's kind of why I have a number high like that, because the higher the number, the more likely people are going to respond. And then also I'll have access to all of their emails and things like that as well. So I can send reminders to those people if they don't schedule for their initial meeting. So that's going to be respond to 50 applicants. There we go. I apologize if I'm sounding a little stuffy, guys. I am coming off of a cold, so bear with me. All right, so close 3 bookings. How can I close that? Well, I can do follow-up emails with my clients. I do have a couple of quotes out there, so I'm gonna do my follow-up email with my clients to kind of urge them to, you know, get that booking locked in for the vacation that they want, right? and then create 2023 plan. So a lot of my stuff, I rely heavily on social media. So my plan is ideally to have all of my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all of that type of stuff automated for me. So that way, when it comes to like my Google business page, my other pages that I can't necessarily schedule ahead of time, I can spend more time, putting stuff together for that. And then, getting more time for my partners and my clients as well. So on Monday, that's going to be my YouTube day. So I'm going to create a plan for YouTube. Let me say, make YouTube schedule. Now I have my 3 goals that are tasks that are catered to my 3 goals. And for the second 2, they're up to you how you want to do them. Sometimes people want to gain certifications, sometimes people have personal goals. Sometimes like you use them to market yourself. Whatever it is that you want to use it for, add it on there. I personally like to use one for certifications, but since it's the end of the year, I'm probably going to do more so the marketing tactic and then a personal goal as well. So for my 4th task, I'm going to say what's something that I can do to market myself without really going anywhere per se, because it's snowing outside. There's a lot of snow on the ground. So let's say I'll sign up for 5 networking events. Now they're not going to be same day, but signing up for these networking events is kind of gonna push myself to market myself, be a part of these groups, and then also attend a networking group meeting, because they have some of those as well where they meet over Zoom. So I know I can attend at least one. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna do that one a different day. Attend one networking event online. And a personal goal, I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna try to spend more time meditate. All right, so that's my Monday. I'm gonna copy this and drag it to day 2. So Tuesday, same thing. Respond to 50 applicants. All right. Close 3 bookings. How can I do that? Well, I can make sure I post my mock bookings 15 times, because that in turn, markets myself, right? You get clients from, marketing yourself and creating ads. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure I post my mock booking 15 times. Actually, I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna do 30. No, because I don't want to get in Facebook jail. So I'm gonna do 15 times. And ideally, you should be doing that every day if you're a travel agent. So if I have it on here, normally that's part of my daily task anyway. But I really gotta push it to make sure it happens this day. So that's why I'm adding it for my Tuesday. All right. And I'm actually gonna change this. My apologies, because that that's something that I already do. So that's easy. I can do that any day, but let me challenge myself. So closing 3 bookings, what's something that I can do to close 3 bookings that I don't already do? I already followed up with my past clients, so gaining new clients. Let me see here. Do 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 do. Oh, post, email. Can't spell. Introduction. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Introduction groups and wedding, introduction posts and wedding groups. That way, maybe, people know who I am and they can find me on Facebook, and then that can turn into a lead. Now, create 2023 plan. I already did my YouTube. So another area, one second, Seiji. Another area that I do need help in is Pinterest. So, I'm gonna make sure I create a schedule for Pinterest. Create Pinterest schedule. Because that's one of those platforms where you kind of have to like work at it a little bit. So definitely need to spend more time, and you have to post more often on Pinterest, which I'm finding out. So having a schedule set in place of what I'm gonna post on there and how I'm gonna do it, that's gonna help out a lot more. Let me center this. You may hear my kids in the background. Benefits of being a work from home, stay at home mom, right? uh, Now we have the 4th one. I know you guys seen this on my trainings before, but doing it, finish Virgin Voyages. I have to, just have to. Want to get that one 100% done before the new year starts. Okay, so that's my certification for my 4th one. And then what's another one that I can do? Oh, I'm gonna keep to it, is meditate. So that's gonna be my thing. I want to start taking at least an hour each day to myself, to kind of refresh a little bit. As parents, as business owners, it's really easy to get in. I don't like it right there. Meditate. It's really easy to get in the system where it's like you're just working, or you're just being a parent, or you're just being, whatever your roles are, caregiver, whatever it is that you have life going on. So taking that time each day to yourself really is going to help you refresh and stay up on your game pretty much. So that is a practice that I'm going to start implementing before the new year. I'm not going to wait to the new year to, get myself right. I want to be ready today or tomorrow. So that is why I'm going to add that on there for each one. All right. And again, and normally with their goals, you want to have different tasks. This one I'm keeping the same because, again, like I said, I have a lot of applicants to respond to for one of my job ads. So I'm pretty much going to be doing that like all day long. All right, closing 3 bookings. So, not being a secret agent. Let me see. Closing 3 bookings. I'm trying to think of something creative that I can do to find more clients. I might have to just not necessarily like go outside per se, but hand out business cards and stuff like when I'm going to the store. I'm just being cautious because of the weather. Typically, when it's super bad, we don't go out, but I'm not going to let that excuse me. So I'm going to say hand out 10 business cards. I mean, I have them, so why not hand them out? They're nice and pretty. All right, so there's that. And then Twitter is another one that I'm having troubles with. So I'm going to have my Twitter schedule. So as you guys see here, I'm starting with the ones that I'm not 100% familiar. I'm familiar with it, but not as successful with. Like Facebook and Instagram, I have those down. TikTok, I'm getting there, but I pretty much have that down. So YouTube, I'm still working on creating content that's helpful for not only our clients or regular people, but also agents as well. With Pinterest, trying to build my profile on there. Maybe starting a travel blog is something that I'm interested in. And then Twitter, that one is really brand new to me. I've never been on Twitter before. So the first time I started was, when I started the business. So I'm still learning that one. And now I hear that it's different because of who took it over. So having like a schedule for that is going to be helpful because from what I hear, it's better to post a lot on that one as well. Like I think Pinterest, you want to post at least 11 times, and then Twitter's like 15 or something like that. So yeah. Having a schedule set in place is going to be very, very, very helpful for me. And the cool thing about Canva, you can schedule this stuff out once you make your flyers and things. So I'm really going to be relying heavily on Canva Pro to schedule all this stuff for me, because trying to come up with content on the fly sometimes is just, it's hard. So I have a lot to work to do. I have a lot of work to do, but we'll get it done. That's what this is for. All right, so another task. Wednesday. Let's see. What's something that I can do? I feel like there's another training that I started but haven't finished. Oh yes, Hawaii trainings. Complete the rest of my Hawaii. So my goal this last week is to finish every single thing that I've started. So that way I'm going into New Year with fresh eyes, fresh everything. And I don't have to worry about, going back and trying to do something from the past. I'm just moving forward. I'm not going backwards. So complete Hawaii trainings. That's something I started but haven't finished. And then also, of course, you guys guessed it, meditate. All right, so that is my Wednesday up next. My Wednesday task. Thursday's task. Woo, we're getting there, guys. And I hope when you guys are making your schedules, you're putting tasks in there that you can actually do. Like all these things, I know like it sounds like it's a lot, but I know for a fact that I can get them done, especially with, the kids being home from school and, my husband being home from work because he works in the school district as well. It's going to be a little bit easier for me to get some of this stuff done because I don't have to leave for an hour or 2 hours to drop her off at school and I don't have to, go pick him up from work. And, I have that time that I normally would have spent traveling to, go pick him up. I could spend that at home dedicating to some of the things that I haven't been able to get done. So use your times wisely. If you have kids at home, let them do the trainings with you. That's something fun. And then you can quiz them. You can make it a game where they get like a prize or something. Or if you finish all of your tasks for that day, you guys can have like a hot chocolate party or, make it fun for yourself and for your family. Close 3 bookings. So something that I can do, close 3 bookings. So this one, because the Peach Bowl is actually going to be next Saturday. That's something that I really want. I'm really going to be marketing for. So definitely going to be posting those tickets. I mean, obviously I'm going to be posting them beforehand, but I'm also posting them now as well. Because like I live in Ohio, it's Ohio State and Georgia. I have family in Georgia. So I'm appealing to that crowd. And then I'm also appealing to, the people that live here in Ohio that's going to travel as well. So definitely marketing for that one. That's going to be a really good one. And that's a great way to get instant commissions as well. Create a 2023 plan. So I have YouTube, I have Pinterest, I have Twitter. Let's see what else I can plan out. I don't have any other social media sites other than TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But what I can do, I want to say 2023, this is a plan per se. Let me see. Oh, I know what I can do. Make goals work. So this is a workbook that one of our amazing agents created. It's a goals workbook. I'm going to fill that out all the way through. So that's 1 month goals, 6 month goals, 3 month goals, 12 month goals, all of that stuff. And then break down what my personal goals are and everything. So I'm gonna have a fresh one of that done. So that way I can refer back to that and use that as a tool. So those are my 3. I'm also going to clear out all emails. Organized. So that is going to be something because I have like 6 emails and they're all like at least in the 20,000. So that's going to be fun, but it needs to be done. It's all good. Decluttering is not fun sometimes, but hey, we got to do it, right? All right. And then meditate. Relax. All right, we are on Friday. So I have my respond. Again, I'm going to be posting about those tickets because a lot of people want to go to that game. So that's going to be my thing where I can close. It's easy. $2023 plan. All right, so final day. So, well, technically the 31st is the final day, but it's a Saturday, which means it's my day off. So what is the last thing I can do for my 2023 plan to really set the tone for my business, right? This is it right here. Let's see. Oh, okay. I know what I do. Post, no, put sticky notes. This is something I've been doing very recently around the house with goals and a date. So if you come to my house, just know that there's sticky notes everywhere with what I want for my goals, and then they also have dates on them. So that way, no matter where I'm at in the house, I can see that and remember my why and what I'm doing this for. So that is one of my things that I do. All right, so I did emails. I have the Hawaii certification. I did the Virgin Voyages certification. Trying to finish out strong. There's another training, no, there is that I started. Oh, Jamaica. Complete Jamaica training. One, two, three, four. All right, fifth goal. Boop. You guessed it. Meditate. All right, perfect. So now that I have my 5 tasks dedicated to my goals, I have it, set in stone. I have my goals, I have my tasks for those. Now it's time to actually implement that into my actual schedule. So on the side here, I already went ahead and put my times on here. So wake up at 5:30. And then typically from 6 to bedtime, that's where I try to like end my day a little bit, maybe sometimes 5. And then I also made a point to add nap time in there because I have 2 small kids. So this is the range of when they have nap time, and that's where I usually get a lot of my stuff done as well. So what I encourage you to do is always start with things that you already know you're doing for that day. Put that in your schedule first. Don't worry about the tasks until you see your open spots, because then that's where you can actually fill in the blanks. So for example, from 5:30 to 6, that is going to be my wake up routine. So, I wake up, I do my affirmations, I, wash my face, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. Listen to a motivational, right? So, first 30 minutes of the day, the most important, it sets your tone, sets your mindset for the day. So that way you can go and do what you need to do, whatever it is. It doesn't always have to be work, but your first 30 minutes, you don't want to spend scrolling on Facebook, because chances are you're not going to be doing much for that day. All right. Because you started your day with social media. So that's going to be, my first 30 minutes. And then from 6 to 7, that is what I do for my daily business tasks. So I have my personal checklist of daily things that I want to do. So from 6 to 7, that's my time to get that done, because typically the house is still asleep by then. So I'm able to get those things done. And I'm also going to respond to my 50 applicants during that time as well. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm gonna keep that on my daily task, because the 50 applicants is gonna take me a little while. Just because I save, the phone number and email information, so that takes a little bit longer. And because I have my kids home from school, then that's going to be a little bit easier for me to get that done and spend more time. And I say 50 on here, but I can definitely do more. 50 is just my minimum. I'm not gonna stop until I get at least 50. So 7 to 8. So this schedule is gonna look a little different than my normal schedule. Normally this time I start getting ready for school, and then 8 to 9, like, that's where we do the breakfast and we drop her off and stuff like that. But because she's home, I'm gonna be putting different things during this hour. So from 7 to 8, I can go ahead to spend that hour responding to. And that's why I say this week is very crucial, because if you have kids, it makes it easy to get more done when they're home. All right. I'm gonna delete it. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. So 8 to 9, that's gonna still be breakfast time. Why does it do that? It just takes off the whole bowl. I don't like it. Excuse me. You still want to schedule family time. So we have family time during this hour. We could be watching TV or just hanging out, coloring, playing games. This time, after family time, I can go ahead and take mommy time because husband is home from work. So I'll do it early. Actually, I'm gonna add meditate to my wake up routine. That way I do it in the morning, and the rest of my day I'm in that moment of relaxation for the whole day. So that seems like it's a better fit for my wake up routine. I'll leave that at family time as well. More than just an hour with the family. I'll do my follow-up emails with clients, as well as, because a follow-up email doesn't take that long. Attend one networking event. Those networking events on the app that I'm on, they don't typically last long. So I can definitely do those in the same hour. I like this one because it's bigger. Now, I know for a fact from 12 to 1, my children are asleep. So I'm gonna skip that for right now. And I know I said I was gonna do the things that I know I do first, and I kind of totally went back on that. Let me start over. Let me close that out. So family time. I'm gonna just delete all this stuff, even though I already wrote it. I'm gonna write it again Because what I meant to do was start putting the things that I already do on here and then filling them in. So that's what I'm gonna do. I apologize, guys. So we are gonna do this. So this is dinner. Okay. Family. All right. So now that I see my open windows, then you put your task in there. um Again, when it comes to trainings, if you know there's certain trainings that you attend that day, you want to also add those in as well. So for me, I host core workshop at 10 o'clock. So I know I'm going to be busy during that hour. I'm not going to be able to do my tasks. So I'm going to cross that off and put that on the actual schedule. And then typically when I'm adding, ooh, wow, workshop. And typically when I'm adding these things in here, I change the fonts so that way, come on, Canva, work with me. That way I can see it's different. I like this one, and then I change the color. So each color means something different. Purple means I'm hosting, pink means I attend. And then typically I have the different fonts for the different stuff. So that's kind of the method to my madness. 4 o'clock every week. It's the Evo team building training. And that faithfully. So I'm gonna add that on there. Those ones are pink. Make that a little bit bigger. Bam. All right. And then let's see what else. Let me stop sharing my screen real fast. I'm going to check our live schedule, but I cannot actually show that to you guys on the training here. But let me see. There's a place on our team site where it has a list of all the trainings for the week and then Zoom information. And since I am putting this on YouTube, for that reason, I'm not able to share the screen, but I am going to be looking at that right quick. And see if there's other trainings that I can actually attend that are on the list. Let me see here. So Monday is good. Tuesday is the same thing. Mindset, okay. Do. Okay, so it's more like the same stuff. That one is 4, so 5, 6, 7, 7 o'clock. 7. Okay, we're good. All right, so I have an idea of what the actual schedule is going to be. I'm probably going to keep it to my normal stuff. Thank you for bearing with me through that. This Zoom taskbar is driving me nuts. Oh my goodness. There we go. Technology does not want to be my friend. It was doing the same thing last night too, during a training. All right, so I'm gonna keep my Monday like this. Those are the trainings I'm attending and hosting, and then those are what my actual daytime activities are. So now I'm gonna put my tasks in. Meditate. What did I say this one was? to respond to applicants, right? Ooh. All right. Do-do-do. I believe follow up emails. I'm gonna say follow up emails and attend event. I'm actually gonna put that during 2 o'clock hour because I want to save nap time for things that I absolutely need my kids to stay asleep for. um, so things like recording YouTubes and making training schedules, that's gonna be this time that I'm gonna utilize that for. So making YouTube schedule. So I'm gonna make the schedule this hour, and then I'm gonna make it a point to schedule some or create some. Ooh, Kiana, what are you doing? There we go. Getting click happy. All right. So yes, I'm making the schedule for this one. And this isn't actually on my task list, but I'm still gonna put it on here, is to create content. So for me, like when it comes to YouTube, I definitely have to have that time dedicated so that way I can really record and do things. And it's not gonna just be for YouTube, it's for TikTok as well. So when I have these blocks and during nap time where I can do that, I definitely want to maximize that information or maximize that time that I have. So I'm gonna spend these last 2 hours because those are what they definitely stay asleep during those 2 hours. And I'm just gonna be creating content. And I know what it means, so I'm not gonna specify whether it's YouTube or TikTok. And then after I do my follow-up emails and attend an event, it's the holiday season. So we're gonna spend some fun family time together. Because that's important. I could say free time, but I'm more than likely gonna be doing family time. So I'm gonna just put that in there. Boop. And that is gonna be my Monday schedule. All right, so let's do Tuesday. So same kind of deal. Just gonna copy this, put it here. Copy this one as well. Nine. I'm also gonna do 9 and 10. Mm. Five to 6. And 6 to bedtime. Now, I also use this little note section on the bottom here. Like if there's a training that's outside of my actual time, I put those here so I make a note of it if it's something that I want to do. So that's the training that I like to attend. So that's why I have it there. And then you can also use your notes section if you need to remind yourself to, call a client or, do something for the next day. You can utilize those as well. So I have my things that I normally am going to do. So now it's time to input my tasks. So respond to 50 applicants. I'm going to probably keep that at the 7 to 8 hour. Introduction posts into wedding groups. So let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Pause. Before I put my task in, I almost forgot again. The trainings that I'm attending for Tuesday. So from 11 to 12, never fails, always attend this mindset and motivation training. That is a requirement for me, not like I have to do it to like do anything, but for me, it's a requirement. So I do not miss that training at all. All right, so we have that one. There's also a travel booking Q&A. And there's team building Q&A. So for these 3 hours, I'm typically in a training in some way, shape, or form. So I know I'm gonna be busy during those hours. For Tuesdays, there's also walkthrough. No, I'm tripping. That's Wednesday I'm thinking about. And also on Tuesdays at 3, travel, it's the EVO travel booking Q&A. And this particular week is going to be with Coach Val and Miss Patrice Abel's Vance. So definitely attending that one. Get a lot of good information. Typically that one lasts a couple hours. So I'm gonna leave this blank because I know I'm pretty sure it's gonna run over. All right, so now that I see what trainings I'm gonna be doing that day, I have 1, 2, 3, well, technically 2 time slots where I can really get some of this stuff done. So let me go ahead and look at this. Normally, I don't like to skip out on Q&As, but because I know for sure I'm attending this Q&A, I can actually take this one off. So that way I can, get some of this stuff done as well. And that's the beauty of doing your schedule. You can move things around, fit things in how you need to. My introduction post isn't going to take a long time. So intro post. And then I can also in turn do the Pinterest schedule that same hour to maximize my time. If I could spell schedule. All right. And then I can dedicate these couple hours to actually do my Virgin Voyages training. So that's perfect because that's going to take a little while. dedicate those 2 hours. And then I'm gonna leave this blank because like I said, sometimes those those trainings are long. So I'm gonna just put free time on there. But I know we are still gonna be learning. So let me put that on there and then actually make that a nice little blue color. Boop. All right, so that's gonna be my Tuesday. Got my Virgin Voyages, meditate, Pinterest schedule, introduction, and then responding to 50 applicants. All right, so we got our Tuesday done. Let me go ahead and start adding my Wednesday. You know what? I'm gonna just add these on to Thursday and Friday as well. That way they're already done. Okay. Okay. Ooh, no. Right, so I have that on there. And then preface, that's 8 to 9. That way it makes it easier when we're transitioning to the next day. I can just have that already set in place. All right. Family time from 9 to 10. Oops, is that Friday? No, it's Thursday. Okay. Dinner time from 5 to 6. Family time. All right. So I have those in there. Then we have Wednesday. During the 11 o'clock hour, I do have a training. Let me go ahead and copy this one. From 11 to 12. That's called for my team. It's tea time. All right. All right, got my tea time. And then there's also a training during the 1 o'clock hour. Oops. Why did I keep doing that? It's a sports travel training, which is one of my niches. So really love attending that one. That. And then there's also Power Hour at 3. With Charles Lee. Okay, that's that one. Then on Wednesdays, we have what's called Walkthrough Wednesday with Miss Nina Mitchell. At 7 p.m. So that's always a really good training to go to, learn about, new vendors for you travel agents on the line. And like we actually hear directly from them. So it's a really, really awesome training to ask questions and learn new stuff. So very good one to go to. Okay, let's see what else happens on Wednesdays. I know I'm missing one, but I cannot for the life of me remember off the top of my head what it is. The 28th. Oh, I know what it is. I'm doing a presentation that day as well. So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen real fast again so I can see what time I'm doing my training. You would think I would remember, but I'm mom brain. All right, so that is at 9. Okay, cool. Good. All right. I am going to make this nice and big. Presentation at 9 p.m. I'm gonna make this nice and big because I cannot miss that. That is important. All right. Then I'm also gonna make a little note for myself for the previous day, so that way I have it twice. I'm gonna make this one red, so that way it stands out and I can see it. Tomorrow. So that is gonna be on there for tomorrow. And then I have it there. Here. All right, sweet. So I have all the stuff that I'm gonna be doing for Wednesday. Now I can fill in my tasks. So that's where the 50 applicants come in. And guys, I know this is probably, you wouldn't think that it would take this long to do your schedule, but when you take the time to actually break it down, see what your goals are, what your tasks are, what your open times are, it really makes it easy for you to really plan out your schedule hour by hour. So you have a real plan to follow instead of just, going by the whim and not really knowing what you can actually do. So Does this take time? Absolutely, but it's worth it, especially when you're planning out for the whole week. And obviously, during the week, some things are going to change during the day. Sometimes things going to pop up, and that's perfectly fine. That's why this is set in place, so that way you can move things around. You're like, okay, this is what I was originally going to do for this hour, but I could actually move that to this hour and then do this now, or, vice versa, how, what have you. So make the schedule work for you, okay? This I can go ahead and hand out. Hand out 10 business cards. Because after family time, we can go and I usually go to the store in the mornings. I don't like going to the grocery store at night. So go to the grocery store, hand them out, be back in time for my tea time. It doesn't take me long. And then with this, I can honestly make, I'm gonna Hawaii training. That's gonna take a little bit. And I'll have the break with Keith. And I'm gonna still have Hawaii training on here because I know I'm not gonna finish all of it in that 1 hour, which is perfectly fine. And then after Charles Lee, because I'm gonna be fired up and pumped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my Twitter schedule made. And more than likely probably have it my content and stuff, getting my content ready as well. So that's what I'm gonna use that for. Use that fire he usually drops for us and apply it right afterwards. Okay. So that's gonna be my Wednesday. All right, Thursday. Again, I'm gonna have this on repeat because that is necessary. Post Peach Bowl tickets. I want to do that in the morning as soon as possible. Because then when it's in the morning time, I'm able to share it throughout the day. All right, so I have that. And then while the kids are asleep, I would say from the 12 o'clock to the goals. I really want to spend some time getting that done. I'll give myself a good 2 hour or a good hour or so. Make sure I can get that done. Oops. I'll do that this hour. I can do that. Because I just realized I have emails on here as well. And y'all, that takes forever. Email. Oh my goodness, my stomach. Did you guys hear my stomach rumbling? So that is gonna be a whole, I want to say it's gonna take 2 hours, but it's probably gonna take 3 realistically. I'm gonna give myself 3 hours to do that. because I have a lot of emails and hold on, Seiji, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna make this nice and big so it covers 3 hours worth of time. There we go. Organize and clear out emails. There we go. That's gonna be those hours there. All right. And after that, I'm pretty much gonna be, my brain is probably gonna be mush. So I'm giving myself some R&R to relax. Cause free time is definitely needed. So I'm gonna have the next 2 hours, I'm gonna call it free time. So if I want to clean or if I want to do family time or whatever, I'm gonna have that listed there. And then there's trainings that I'm doing that night as well. So this week I'm gonna be doing Princess. There it goes. I was wondering why that wouldn't go in there. All right, so doing Princess, and then I also host Travel Trivia Thursdays on Facebook Live. So I have that on there as well. And I make it a point to actually put that stuff on there. And then Friday, the last day, family time. I didn't put dinner time on there. 5 to 6. Finish off strong. Finish off strong. All right. So this is technically my last work day of the year. So this is, gonna be a big day. Finishing off everything that I can do, making sure I got all my tasks done. I completed everything I needed completed for 2022 to get ready for 2023. This is it. This is the day. All right. So I have my responses for my applicants. Let me go ahead and put my Peach Bowl tickets on there. Say no. Go ahead and grab it. Mommy, got it. Okay, go ahead and go in the living room. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna have my whole house sticky noted. First, I'm gonna bold this. That's very easy to do. I'm gonna just put sticky notes. I have to put the whole thing on there. All right, there's the sticky notes. I could do that for 11 to 12. Then Jamaica training. I feel like there's a lot of modules on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself 2 hours to complete that. I'm gonna make that big. I'm gonna have it on the 2-hour mark where the kids are sleeping. I have my meditate on there. I have my responded. So technically I already have everything that I needed to do already done by like 2 o'clock. So basically the rest of this time is free time. I can, if I want to post content or create content, I can. If I want to do other things, I can. But for the most part, by doing this, I got all of my things done by a certain time. And typically my Fridays are very light. My Thursdays and Fridays are typically light because I don't attend a lot of trainings those days. So I spend, the first hours really going in, getting all my stuff done, and then I have a lot of free time for the rest of the day. So that's going to be my Friday. And again, free time, I can do whatever. That's why it's called free time. And then I'll be ready for my actual lives and workshops. Ooh, why did I do that? I meant to make these bigger. My actual lives and workshops later on in the day. Make that bigger. I think I'm starting to get a little bit older because my eyesight is not as good as it used to be. Maybe just from looking at screens and phones all day, but yeah, I'm having a hard time reading things now. But thank you all for coming. I have my schedule set for next week. Again, making your schedule doesn't have to be super hard. You start from the larger view. What are your goals? What are you going to accomplish? What do you need to do to realize your goals, right? And then you set tasks to cater to those goals. So what can I do to make this goal a reality? What is my plan? What is something measurable that I can do to make this goal become a reality? And then from that, then you incorporate that into your actual schedule. You're like, okay, this is what I'm doing this time every single day. This is a blank spot that I have in my, my week or my day. I can go ahead and do this during this time, or I can do this during that time, or hey, I have this during that time. I can move this around so that way I can get this taken care of. Be realistic. If you know it takes you a certain amount of time to get a quote done or to do like a content or to respond to people, put that in there. Like I said, for doing the emails, I know it's going to take me a long time. So I dedicated 3 hours to do just that because I have 6 different emails and they all have thousands upon the thousands emails that I need to organize. So be realistic. Even if it seems like it's going to be a lot, you set that time out on purpose to do that specific thing. So follow through with it. If you put it on there, I know things in your schedule change all the time, but if it's on there and you don't have anything to do, follow that schedule. It's one thing to say you're going to do something, it's another thing to actually do it. So that's mostly the rest of it. You have the first step, you have your schedule made. Now it's time to get some of those goals crushed. It's towards the end of the year. You want to make sure you're getting everything together. We have the step 1 for you, and step 2 is just to implement that. So just remember that we have the tools for you. We have the things that you can do to help you, get what you need. And the rest is all up to you. You just have to do it. Okay. Thank you all for attending this training with me. I hope this makes things a little bit easier on how to create your actual schedules and make it work with your times. We're going to be posting more YouTube channels, organizational things of that nature coming up this year. So make sure you hit the subscribe button at Heredity Vacations, and then let us know in the comment section if this was helpful for you, or if you have any other tips and tricks that will help with you making your schedules. Have a good one. Thank you for attending.